Welcome to SETC Training's video on creating styles with Microsoft Word. Contact us today at setctraining.com for all of your training requirements. As soon as you register 2 people in any one of our courses, you automatically get guaranteed delivery dates with a live and in-class instructor, and we give you a 10% discount on the per person rate. If ever you have 5 people or more, ask about our group discounts. All right, so let's get started. In my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan the styles for a document that requires a title, 2 levels of headings, and dedicated styles for bulleting and numbering. As you can see from what you see on the screen, not only have I planned out my styles, but I've also planned out the shortcut keys that will provide access to these styles. This makes it easier for me to use my styles in a standard way, because in the end, formatting a document is easiest when all of your text is in appropriately selected styles. Now, as you can see also, you will note that I'm using a mix of standard MS Word styles such as title, heading 1, and heading 2, and some custom styles that I will create myself called bullet standard and numbered standard. Please note that Word does provide some standard styles for bulleting and numbering, but I prefer to create my own, as this provides me with some flexibility to provide different versions of bulleting and numbering. So let's get started. I decide that I want to make sure that my title style is of a particular format. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the target text in the style that I want. So I select that text and I do a Control-Shift-S. This provides me access to the Apply Styles dialog box, where I will type the name of a style. Now, a style is simply a collection of formatting that you apply at either the paragraph or the character level. So in this case, I'm simply going to type in title. Now note that title is a predefined style in MS Word, so it already exists. So as soon as I type title and press enter, it goes out and uses that particular style. Now this is not what I want. The text is way too big, there's no spacing before and after, it's just not appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and, having formatted the text in the title style, I'm going to make the style and formatting modifications that I want to make to that title style. So of course I go up here, I simply change the font to Calibri, change the sizing to, let's say, 16, right? To change the spacing before and after, I go over here to the paragraph tab and go and change the spacing before and after to, let's say, spacing before of 6 point and spacing after of 12 point. Click on OK. So now I've made the changes I wanted. Now I want to update the title style so that those changes are reflected in the style. So all I need to do is go over here to the Styles button in the Apply Styles dialog box, locate my style, and making sure that the text is selected, right-click on the style and update the title to match the selection. And in that way, what I make sure is that whenever I put any text in the title style, so let's say I go here to Other Title, and I do a Control-Shift-S and type in title, you will note that it will repeat the exact same formatting. Now, I have not yet achieved the shortcut key, so let's do that now. In order to implement a shortcut key, I simply need to go over here to the style in the Styles dialog box, right-click on it, and click on the Modify option. Now, in the Modify Styles dialog box, there's all sorts of things you can modify, right? You can go down here to the Format button, and in the Format button, decide, okay, I'm going to assign a shortcut key. You'll note you can also format the font, the paragraph, the tab definitions, the border, the language, the frame, even text effects. Now, in my case, I simply want to do shortcut key. So we'll go over here to shortcut key, and I'm going to do a Control-Alt-T, right? And then I'm going to assign that. And just like that, what I've achieved now is that I allow myself to put a title in the title style by simply doing Control-Alt-T. Isn't that great? So now whenever I want to create a title, I type my text and I just do Control-Alt-T and it puts it in the appropriate style. So that's really great. Let's do it one more time just to make sure that everybody gets it, right? So I select heading 1, I put it in the style, heading 1. I make the formatting changes that I want. So in this case, I'm going to change the font to black, change the font itself to Calibri, change the sizing to 14, and change the spacing before and after to, let's say, before, let's put it at 6 points, and after, let's put it at 6 points. And of course, I need to update heading 1, so I right click on heading 1 and I update heading 1 to match selection. And I want to apply the shortcut key Control Alt 1, so I right click on heading 1 in the Styles dialog box, go over here to Modify, go to Format, shortcut key, and you'll note that in my case, it's already set to Alt Control 1. There's one more thing you should probably note about the Modify Styles dialog box is these options down here, right? One of them says add to the Styles gallery. So that's great. The Styles gallery is what you'll see up in the ribbon. Automatically update would mean that as soon as you change any text in that style, well, that change would be reflected in the style. I don't recommend this because this can be easily misinterpreted. You make a change just to see how something is working, and that change automatically propagates throughout your document. It also causes problems with numbering, as you will quickly realize. You'll also note that you have an option of selecting only in this document or new documents based on this template. Please note that if you click here, new documents based on this template, this will make, in my case, heading 1, the default formatting for all future documents. Okay, and in my case, I don't want to do that, so I will say only in this document. And that's pretty much it. The basic approach is enter text, put it in the target style, format the text, then update the target style to reflect those changes. This has been SETC Training's video on modifying styles in Microsoft Word. Remember to contact us for any of your training needs at www.setctraining.com.